Hi, welcome to Gateways to Glendale College. I'm your host, Andra Verstrate, reminding you to tune in every Thursday evening at 7 p.m., Saturdays at noon, and Sundays at noon. We have a very special guest in our studio today, Coach Bob McKay, the tennis coach. It's nice to see you here today, Bob.
A pleasure. Nice to be here.
And we're going to talk a little bit, not only about the tennis team, but we're going to talk about how you came to GCC and how long you've been here. So first of all, how long have you been here at Glendale College?
Starting my 7th season as a tennis coach.
Okay.
Been here since 1990 as a tennis pro through the Overkill Racket Club, but as actual teacher, instructor since 2002.
Wow, okay, fabulous. And why did you decide to coach at GCC?
Well, it goes back a long time ago when I was with the city. I had a great communication with Jim Sartoris at that time, who was the AD. He was a terrific guy, and I kind of felt, God, what a great situation at Glendale College. And step sooner, I was involved with the quarterback club in the city of Glendale, which had all the local coaches coming, and I got to know John Sacuto. I didn't know him personally, but I used to like the things he said about Glendale College, where they put the individual in front of the sport, which I had never heard that too much. As always, we got to win. So that set a great tone for me, and I thought to myself, geez, what a great coach.
Now, when you look to recruit, how do you recruit your kids for the tennis team?
Well, the one thing I like is coaches always like to find winners. If you find winners, you're bringing winners into your program, and you may win. But really, besides that, I'm looking for kids who can compete. And when compete, I mean, going to come here and they're going to play lots of matches. And that means they're playing against their friends, and they got to learn to compete. And I can tell you pretty much when I get kids at Glendale, they know what I'm looking for. They know I'm looking for kids who compete. They know I'm looking for kids who go to school. And they know I'm in a position, too, that when you come here, you're going to go into war. Right. And I expect you to battle from the time you walk in that cage to the time you walk out. That's what I'm looking for. When you get kids like that, you always win. There's no losers.
Wow, that's great. Now, this season, you've had to overcome some problems, injuries, and other kinds of issues. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we started the season out, and I have probably, if you look at a schedule, we played 20 matches, a lot of matches, 10 league and 10 non-league. And 10 non-league are tough matches, so what I'm prepared to do is make sure that I have the talent to match up with all these teams. And with the players we started the season with, we did have.
We're sitting here now with Ryan Stanbury. Very nice to have you here in the studio.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Ryan is the captain of the men's tennis team. And Ryan, I want to talk to you a little bit. I know you're coming off a big loss yesterday, and I'm really sorry. And we did some post-game wrap-up after the last match that you had. So how do you continue on, and what kinds of things do you do to build team camaraderie after something like this?
Well, I think definitely the first thing you want to do is you want to, at least for myself, I like to acknowledge the fact that we did lose the match and try to use it as motivation and try to pick things out from the match that can make me individually better and hopefully the whole team as a whole better. We played two of the toughest opponents we're going to play this year, the last two matches, and we lost both of those. But if there's one thing I can say about our match yesterday against Ventura, which was, the state champion last year and definitely one of the top teams in the state, probably the first or second best team in the state this year, is that we competed. We left our hearts out there on the line, and that's really what hurt so much, because we all battled to the best of our ability. We tried so hard, and we had so many opportunities to make the match different, have a different result, or at least closer, and possibly even win it. But we just didn't execute as well under pressure. But hopefully we can learn from the opportunities that we missed this match and use that for the playoffs, and when we do have those opportunities again, hopefully we can take advantage of them.
Oh, that's great. Good. That's a great winning attitude.
Yeah, thanks.
Let me ask you a little bit about Ronnie. I know there's some controversy. He came from University of Nevada in Las Vegas, which is a Division I school. How is it that I know there were problems with his eligibility. How is it that he's able to play here at Glendale College?
First of all, I never had met Ronnie. I have friends that I taught tennis too, who told me at one time they had a friend who wanted to come to Glendale. They told me his name was Ronnie, but I never knew his last name. So I never even knew who he was until I found out later on that he was the Ronnie who was playing for UNLV. So obviously he didn't come to Glendale. He went to UNLV on a scholarship. I lost track of Ronnie. I had never met Ronnie. I just knew that people I taught knew Ronnie. Lo and behold, I got a phone call at the conclusion of last season from a fellow who played for me by the name of Lou De Leon. Lou played for me at Glendale College, was an All-American for me. He played for me 1 year. He went back up to UNLV with a scholarship. He met Ronnie at UNLV, and Ronnie was having some difficulties up at UNLV, and he said, why don't you go down to Glendale and play for Bob? So lo and behold, Lou called me on the phone. He says, I got a guy here named Ronnie Jenkins who would like to play for Glendale College. And I said, tell me a little bit about him, Lou. He said, well, I'll tell you a little bit about him, but he's going to come and visit you. So I kind of left it at that, and lo and behold, there's Ronnie calling me, and that's how he came to Glendale College. It's the old situation again of a network, a person who played for me from Las Vegas who came down here, had an aunt down here, went back and told a fellow from Burbank who was there, go to Glendale College. That's how Ronnie ended up here.
Coach, can we meet Ronnie?
We can meet him.
All righty, so we're going to meet Ronnie. Hi, Ronnie.
Hi, Ronnie.
Hey, what's up, guys? I wish I could be there with you guys, but I'm up here at the courts. So yeah, started at UNLV, left UNLV. Love the team here, love my teammates, love Coach. He's a really nice guy. He's trying to help me out and get into a 4-year right now. So we have a really successful season this year. We made playoffs, which is perfect. Everyone's doing perfect in the lineup. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna get far in the playoffs. Okay, and back to you guys at the studio.
Ronnie, it was really great hearing from you. Now we're going to come back and ask Ryan a few questions. So take care out there on the court. Thank you. So Ryan,
Yes.
it was great seeing your teammate down there on the court.
Yeah.
I know that Coach Bob had some really great things to say about you and why he selected you as captain. How do you feel, and what inspiration has Coach Bob given you? I'm sure it's more than just tennis, because oftentimes a player has a deeper connection to their coach other than just the game.
Yeah, well, I definitely feel an extremely strong connection with Bob. When I first called him from the University of San Francisco and inquired about Glendale College, the first thing Bob said to me was, oh, you're a Cub too. We both went to Loyola High School. So we already had a connection there. And then Bob said, yeah, I went up to USF too. I didn't like it up there either. It's too cold, you know? So immediately we had this connection, right? And from there, we continued to talk, and I came and visited Glendale College, and I decided that this was the place I wanted to be. I decided that Bob was the coach I wanted to play for. I thought that he could, help me get to where I wanted to be as a tennis player and as a person. And that's really what Bob's goal is. It's beyond tennis. It's about life. It's about preparing each individual for becoming the best person that they can be on the tennis court, in the classroom, and throughout all facets of their life. That for me is one of the greatest gifts Bob's given me.
Wow, that's pretty powerful. What do you have to say to kids who might be watching today who might think, wow, I want to play tennis at GCC? Is there a website?
Oh, yeah.
Is he allowed to give out your number, Coach Bob?
Oh, well, yeah, I would definitely say, contact Coach McKay. I worked on the website this year as a captain. I took it upon myself to try and revamp our website. You can find out all the information about this year's team with player biographies and recaps of the matches and all that stuff, and it's very informative. And also you contact Coach McKay at the school at 818-240-1000, extension 3194, and talk to him. He'll talk to you for 45 minutes. He's the best person to talk to.
He doesn't like to talk.
he'll let you know that whether or not Glendale's the right place for you. Another thing about Bob, let me just add this quickly. Bob was not saying, come to Glendale. I want you to come to Glendale. Bob said, check out your other options. Go to Santa Barbara City College. Take a look at that. Look at Pierce. Look at all these places. Bob never pushed me to come to Glendale College. He let me make my own decision. And Bob really cares about his players as individuals, as people. He cares about people who have said, I'm going to come to Glendale College and then not come to Glendale College and gone somewhere else. He cares about those people. He wants those people to be successful in their lives.